I never meant to call you in your sorrow. I never meant to call you in your pain. I'm the one who wants to have you laughing. I only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Only want to see you bathing in the purple rain. I never want to be your weekend lover.
Alright guys, quick update on the turf progress. We've got the tray mostly done. I got 1-inch kicktail in the back. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do about that gap right there. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna get some new bow eyes to put in here. Those are on order. There's little relief cuts here, relief cuts here. I have the waffle turf, so I lined these squares up along the rub rail. And then once you get down here and make that turn, obviously they don't line up. It's like cutting sod, which is kind of funny because I call it turf. You're basically folding the piece back until I have that line there. Now I'm just cutting with the knife along that line. Now I'm moving on to the front. Here's the piece I've got for the front, and it'll cover basically just this very front section, and the hood will cover the rest. The biggest challenge is going to be getting this to flex down around this bow eye, and I'm going to do that by using a heat gun. The other thing to note is the rub strips. What I'm using here is a basically four square width. It'll tuck into the first groove on the rub rail, and then it'll come down to be flush at the bottom. You should be able to turf the whole thing with one sheet from Hydro Turf. All right guys, here's the front done. Obviously still have to punch a hole for the bow eye bushing. Went pretty well. I got a little bit of a wrinkle right here. I think what happened there is I just probably should have started more in the middle and kind of worked my way to the outside. I think I had adhered this a little too soon because I wanted to keep this edge straight. You know, there's a couple little things here and there. This could probably be a little closer seam. This other side came out a little better actually. No wrinkle on this side. Again, I think that was because I started more in the middle as I adhered it and kind of worked my way to this side. The heat gun, use the heat gun kind of in this corner because you'll end up with extra material. But if you use that heat gun, it kind of helps solve that problem. So that's probably what I could have done more of over here. I did a little sanding on the bottom. You know, if that bottom edge isn't even and a knife isn't really working, try a sander. Works pretty well. All right, we'll get started on the rub rails. Okay, folks, we got some contact cement on these rub strip pieces here, and I've put a layer on the rub strip itself. Okay, this is going on pretty well. Just got one more section here with a little contact cement that's drying. Just lining the bottom of the turf up with the bottom of the rub rail. I'm not wrapping it around. All right, so I'm finally done. The corners are the last part that I finished. They're a little tough because I had to eat up some weird geometry here and there. Leave a little space for my kicktail to flex. But I'm pretty happy with how that is now. That's kind of the way I want it to be. There's a little bit of a gap there, obviously, but to be honest, I'll sacrifice a little bit of the cosmetics of this to kind of have a turf design that's going to hold up and kind of accommodate some of the movement that's going to happen in the foam. So, you know, I've got a little wrinkle here. Again, kind of just probably could have been a little more aggressive with the heat gun, but from far away, you don't really notice a lot of this. So I like the way it looks personally. I'm getting some new bow eyes, so those will be here soon. They'll be black instead of white, but that's how it looks with the hood on. So anyway, pretty excited about it. It's coming together.